What's up, Experience team? Thanks for checking in tonight on our Experience Huddle for this week. And we are just anticipating an incredible weekend this weekend. We will be launching into Ghost Stories Week 3. And this weekend's message and whole experience is built around the experience of the baptism of the Holy Spirit. And so I know for a lot of us that we come at that maybe from different understandings or different kind of background. This is just going to be an amazing weekend for people, for our people at Coconut Point to experience the incredible presence of the Holy Spirit. I know in week 1 and week 2, we've already seen and just heard so many stories about people's lives being changed by this teaching and how profound and how powerfully transformational it has already been. And so, man, we're just really excited specifically about this weekend, about what God is going to do through Pastor Matt's message and some experiential parts of the service beyond that. And so we're just looking forward to all that God has in store for this weekend. And so one of the things we would just invite you and encourage you to do is just be praying specifically this week. And as we lead up into this weekend, we know that God is going to do some pretty incredible things for people. And we just want to pray that people's hearts will be open and prepared for what is ahead this weekend. So just if you would just be willing to join me, just let's take, if there's an opportunity tomorrow where you can spend some extra time in prayer, maybe fast a meal, even just to ask God to do what only He can do as we're gathered this weekend. We've had a lot of great outcomes and conversations out of our Discover last weekend. And so we've been in contact with some folks and are directing some new team members in some of your directions. And so particularly with First Impressions, we're moving a few people in that direction to just help strengthen that team. And also with Next Steps, I got a couple people who are going to be tracking with our Next Step team as well. And so we're excited to help them get plugged in. Man, this is a great time to help people get engaged. And I would just remind us again to always be intentional on weekends. It is definitely appropriate as we see and get a chance to connect with people to invite them to check out a team. Our goal is to get people to engage with Discover events, part 1 and part 2. But we have some freedom, especially in these first 90 days in this launch season, to invite people to check out teams as part of their Discover process. And so don't hesitate to, as you get to know people, get a chance to engage with them, to invite them to kind of check that out and give serving an opportunity, because we believe engagement is really what is going to drive people's connection and their invitations to their friends here at Next Level Church. And so we're excited about what God is going to do in that. There is some basic information about some just details specific to the teams this weekend, but I, again, hope that you'll just come prepared and excited, man. The stories of life change. Last week in our second service, we had 3 people who made decisions to follow Christ for the first time. And so we celebrate, we celebrate those stories of life transformation that are taking place. Had people who made decisions in Discover in part 1 last week, 2 weeks ago. And so, man, there really is a sense that there is just like salvation in the house there at Coconut Point, and you guys make that happen every week. And so I know, especially last week, was a bit of a challenging week for some of us, only because a lot of sickness was going around. We had teams that were down a few people here and there. You guys just make it happen at such a high level every single weekend, and we just want you to know how much we love and appreciate you, not for what you do, but just because we're a part of this together, and that the opportunity that we have to serve the Lord and to serve one another just multiplies that. But we just love and appreciate each of you, and know that this weekend is going to be an amazing weekend together. So if you have questions, if there's ever anything I can do to serve you as part of kind of guiding the Experience team, Lewis and I are kind of working together on that. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Let us know how we can serve you in that way. But let's just come prepared. Let's come spiritually prepared. Let's come just relationally prepared, and just anticipate that God is going to do an incredible thing through this teaching about the baptism of the Holy Spirit this weekend. So pray with us, and let's just be ready to go on Sunday. We'll see you then, if not before. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week.